think we have sound. One day it will begin with no problems. But friends, it is not today. It is not today, but I think I'm audible now. And I think, yes, awesome. Your friend Bright is, ooh, man. I'm a little less than great. I'm not perfect. This look is inspired by how I feel, like I've been punched in the face over and over and over again. But we represent, and like my community has been there for other people, I know you will be there for me. And that is why, whoa, everything's falling. That is why I don my iron and I say to myself that I am strong enough to handle whatever comes my way. Today is the 5th of November. It is Guy Fawkes Day. It is a very important day to fans of a certain movie. But I thought we would begin today by getting into the spirit good and proper, by reading the 5th of November. And for anyone who doesn't know, on the 5th of November, many, many years ago, in 1605, Guy Fawkes and some friends tried to blow up Parliament in England. It was an act of incredible civil disobedience that did not go according to plan, and all of them were caught and executed. And that makes it really interesting from a historical point of view. But here's what happened. Remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Guy Fawkes and his companions did the scheme contrive to blow the king and parliament all up alive. 70 barrels laid below, to prove old England's overthrow, but by God's providence, him they catch with a dark lantern, lighting a match, a stick, and a stake for King James' sake. If you won't give me one, I'll take 2. The better for me, the worse for you. A rope to hang the Pope, a pennyworth of cheese to choke him, a pint of beer to wash it down, and a jolly good fire to burn him. Halloo, boys! Halloo, boys! Make the bells ring. Halloo, boys. Halloo, boys. God save the king. Hip, hip, hooray. And I think, we're going to play some music. We're going to sing songs about memories, songs that have to do with memories, songs that make you feel a certain way or remember a certain time in your life. And I'm going to do my level best to keep it together because, of course, we are all keeping our eyes on the election, and there is a possibility that the election is going to be called during the show. And I can't watch it. So anyone who can, please interrupt everything. Tonight we also have a new... Hold on. Tonight we also have a new command I think is up and running. Joe will tell you in the chat what it is. Thank you for redeeming Hydrate. I'm going to say that I just did that for you. Yathina Lynn, Kendra. If you redeem our new command, which Joe will tell you in the chat what the actual command for it is, but I'm going to allow you guys to delve into my vault of memories tonight by redeeming a command that allows you to say, tell me a story about a time when blank. Whatever you like. And I will open myself and bare my soul to you because I am feeling extremely vulnerable tonight. All right. I want to make that microphone a hair hotter. Is the command redeem memory? Okay. It will come up, but wait for it to actually be live and for Joe to approve it. And then when you redeem the memory, please say a prompt. Say, tell me about a time when you felt this, or a time when you remember that, or tell me about what you were doing in such and such a year, etc., etc. But be patient and wait for that. But we are going to get into the first song, and I'm going to try my best to do it justice. How's that guitar? Is it loud? Is it balanced? This may never start, we could fall apart, and I'd be your memory. Lost your sense of fear, feelings insincere. Can it be your memory? Back to where we lasted, just like I imagined. I could never feel this way. Back to the disaster. My heart's beating faster, holding on to feel the same. Tear us apart. Can I be your memory? Losing half a year, waiting till you hear. I'd be your anything. Get back to where we lasted, just like I imagined. I could never feel this way. Back to the disaster. My heart's beating faster, holding on to feel the same. Yeah, this may never start. Tearing out my heart. Can I be your memory? Lost your sense of fear, feelings disappeared. Can I be your memory? Get back to where we lasted, just like I imagined. I could never feel this way. Get back to the disaster. My heart's beating faster, holding on to feel the same. fear. Feelings insincere cannot be your memory. That from my dear friend Lindsay in the chat, who requested Memory by Sugar Cult, which, like, legitimately, of the pop punk bands of that era, I think the most underrated. I think Sugar Cult didn't get nearly enough love. Everybody remembers Bouncing Off the Walls, and nobody remembers all the other amazing stuff that they did. Tonight we do have a pedal cam. I'm going to be using it sparingly because I'm not wearing shoes and I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. Apparently I'm not supposed to necessarily put bare feet into my show, but there will be a little bit of bare feet in my show because whatever. But it's not that kind of thing, so don't make it weird, anybody watching. I will clip and post to YouTube. I love that song. I might actually record a more refined version of the, but from like the same perspective. But I'm probably going to record a couple of specific YouTube clips, and I might try to do like a professional cover of that rather than a live one. But I love that song. I can't get enough of that song. And I did hear in the middle though that I have to tune up. I have to tune up a hair. There it was. My B was a little flat. And so was my E. I was actually bending the song into tune, which is cool that I could. Veronica DeWitt, thank you for paying for some songs from the big chair just now. I really appreciate that. There's a person who I don't think is watching right now that I have to thank. I have to thank Nora Schultz for sending me too much money to try to help me get everything I have to get taken care of. For anyone who missed the memo, Mike. Oh, there you go. Now Blooms. Great. Awesome. You are so very, thank you so very much. I will eventually start successfully making the connection between Veronica and Blooms in the Night. I swear I'll get there. But for anybody who missed the story, I just got my car back from my friend Rob, who is a great mechanic. And I was so excited and very, very happy. And then I found out that someone had gone out at some point in the night, probably earlier this week, and cut my catalytic converter and wrecked some stuff around my exhaust. And so now I have a car with no tailpipe, no catalytic converter, and no ability to be driven. And Rob is going to help me again. He's already confirmed. He's going to hook me up. He's going to help me source the part as cheap as possible and help me keep costs down as much as possible. But obviously this is just like one in a very long series of hits that are like, I'm not crumbling under all of this, but it's a lot, guys. I almost canceled the show, and then I thought, you know what? I would feel way worse if I had than I would to just do it. So what's actually likely to happen tonight is I'm going to sing the shit hard, and you're going to get me a little exposed, I think. And I have a cool set list I wrote down, and it contains some songs that you guys know and some songs that you don't. The other thing, so Joe, to answer that question, it's not that common, but it happens because we live near. We're in a good neighborhood, but we're like bad neighborhood adjacent. But specifically, car thieves or part thieves target Honda Elements and certain other vehicles because they're big and they're high off the ground, and it's easier to get under there and take pieces than it is on a car that sits lower, or it looks, it's a target car because its catalytic converter is accessible with a hacksaw. And yes, of course, that is in fact how I lost my Taylor, which I still haven't been able to afford to repair. Yes, it's a Honda, Danny. People target Hondas. It's true. So that's what's been going on with me. And let's do another song. But now that you know what? I missed a memory. There we go. We had a redeemed memory. A couple of them. Okay. I'm trying to get these in order. Tell me when your beautiful soul knew that the effervescent soul you married. When I knew that it was forever with Mel. I have told this story before, but I'll tell it again, and I'll probably I'll need to play the song. No, you know what? No, Bowerbirds is not about the time when I knew it was forever. That was just about the time when I started ring shopping. I knew it was forever before then. Okay. So I don't know what degree I do or don't believe in supernatural or things unknown or things unexplained. Um, but I do I am not completely a skeptic, and I do believe that it's possible that we meet people that we knew in previous lives or things like that. I have a really long, complicated thing I could talk about with how I feel about those things. I have my own sort of creation myth in my head that I formed over my lifetime. But I think I felt connected to Mel very early on. Always. Uh, and I met her in college, and the moment that I met her was interesting. So I had a ground level porch at an off-campus apartment when we were in college, and this was before I met Mel. But Mel's roommate was a girl I knew, a girl who was in my year, and a lot of students at our college had campus apartments where mine was. And so people used to use my patio door to enter the building because I never locked it because someone was almost always home, and we were cavalier and in college, and the doors were often not working correctly. You couldn't get in with your card. And so one day, and I'll paint a picture. One day, I'm in my apartment on a 7-foot beanbag with 3 women, having just finished watching a movie. And I am the center of a cuddle puddle. And it is dark and stormy outside. And my friend Terry opens the door and comes in, and she says, "Hey, we couldn't get in the door." And I was like, "Yeah, cool, that's what my porch is for." And in behind her was this little skinny drowned rat in flannel and leather and ripped jeans, and short but very, very curly wet hair. And it was Mel, who I didn't know but had seen around. And Terry laughed at me in my pile of girls. And instead of laughing at me in my pile of girls, Mel looked at me and said, "You look warm," and joined. She fell on top of us. She sort of flopped onto the pile, and then she wormed her way in between the girl on my left arm and me to take the position of cuddling right under my left arm. And that was my first introduction to this incredible, unpredictable, mercurial woman. Not the first time I had seen her, not the first time I'd even thought of her, but the first time I formally met her that I remember. Because I'm rude and thoughtless and don't remember having spoken to her before, but she says I did. In any case, that's the one I remember, because in my head I went, "Oh, I'm in trouble now." And I didn't know right then that it was going to be forever, but I knew that the course of my life was going to change because this girl was in it. And it was it was a manic pixie dream girl kind of moment for sure. But I didn't see it that way because, of course, if you've spoken to Mel for more than a second and a half, you realize she's a quite substantial and intelligent and impactful person to speak to. And there is a great deal more to her than her manic pixie nature. But I knew I was in trouble right then, and that was definitely when the seed was planted for the realization that it was forever. So yeah, that's my vault of memory on that. And then I think I have one from Yathina as well. That was, yes, a time when I felt completely loved. When my band opened, it sounds like I'm plugging, but I'm not. But when my band opened for Imagine Dragons, we had to take part in a lot of stuff to get there. But when we got to that moment, I wasn't sure how everyone was going to react, what it was going to feel like, what people were going to think, what the crowd was going to do. But like 250 of my friends and family and supporters came out to that show and it interspersed themselves along the front, kind of like in the pit sort of area of the show. And when we started the first song, my microphone was off. It's true. In 20,000 people, and my microphone's off. And I go, "Can you guys hear me?" And they all scream back, "No." And I'm just like shaking a little bit, and I'm thinking that things are off to a bad start. But then we did our show, and at the end of the first song, the whole crowd that was there went batshit crazy. And I know, because I was paying attention, that it was because my people went ballistic. The genesis of the Lamplighters for me was in that moment, because they went batshit crazy, and everyone else joined them because it was infectious and it was a moment. And so we did like a 25-minute set. It was a little tiny set. We did a little 25-minute set. But every song was standing ovations and jams and people going crazy, and we made a hell of an impact. And I know that because we got hundreds of followers and had to sign hundreds of autographs from people we didn't know after that show. And I felt so loved in that moment, because a lot of my friends are introverts, and on that day, even the introverts in my crew that showed up were loud and crazy, and I felt very loved in that moment. There you go. Let's do a song, though. I don't know if you guys are going to know this one, but you might. Ooh, you know what? Let's do a thing with it. One second. Now, I have a question. When I play right this chord, tell me if this gets louder. Is that appreciably louder for you guys, or is it about the same? I have trouble telling. It gets a little louder on my end. Okay. But not too loud. Hey, yeah. We're gonna roll with it. That's what happens when I engage the looper, which I'm gonna try to use. We're gonna try to honor L for a moment. Okay. I don't like that. Too much echo in it. Let's try again. That's why. Looking for a good little. I gotta find a kick drum sound. I don't have one. I gotta talk to Peter about that. That's not a good sound. You don't want that. But alright, let's see what happens. Yeah. It's a whole learning experience, you guys. Alright, let's try to do it another way. No, I erased you. There we go. My apologies for how long it takes me to get going on this, but I'm still learning it. Don't write me no more letters. My mailbox is full of bombs. Between you and the kooks on my block, I don't remember the good times. I wasn't there when you were kind. And my wife has some dogs in our yard, and I cannot hold a candle for every pretty girl. We were strangers many hours, and I missed you for so long. When we were lions, lovers in combat, faded like your name on the jeans that I burned. I am older now, and we did it when we were young. I am older now, and we did it when we were young, when we were young. There are no reasons to believe I buried my faith in an unmarked plot. With your heart and your clothes, what I find there I don't feel. Oh, you recall, I put your bones out in the yard. Someone else to be called and called by. And I cannot hold a candle for every pretty girl. We were strangers many hours, and I missed you for so long. When we were lions, lovers in combat, faded like your name on those jeans that I burned. But I am older now, and we did it when we were young. I am older now, but we did it when we were young. I am older now, but we did it when we were young. I am older now, but we did it when we were young, yeah. See the stone set in your eyes, see the thorn twist in your side. I'll wait sleight of hand and twist of fate, on a bed of nails she makes me wait, and I wait without you, with or without you, with or without you. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Took the midnight train, going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. Took the midnight train, going anywhere. The singer in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Streetlights, people on the rig, find emotion hiding somewhere in the night. I said, don't stop believing, hold on to that feeling. Streetlights, people, don't stop believing, hold on to that feeling. Streetlights, people, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm older now, but we did it when we were young. I am older now, but we did it when we were young. When we were young. When we were young. When we were young. As always, I kind of make up those medleys on the fly. I'm always thinking about that when I'm playing a little bit. Like if I play something and I go, oh, I could hear another song, I'm usually gonna do that other song. But not every, it doesn't always work. So I'm glad that one did. Especially because "Don't Stop Believing" is one of those kind of polarizing songs. It's been a week, guys. I'm a little punch drunk from how rough it's been, but I'm really glad you're here to work through it with me. And hope you appreciate how much work does go into doing this show. I know there's a lot of improvised stuff, but that doesn't mean I don't prepare that. You can't improvise without getting a feel for things, and so I spend a lot of time making sure that I can do these things for you. Let's do another memory song. And I think those of you who remember this one are going to remember this one. This is a throwback from my own childhood. And I'd like to dedicate it to somebody. The Lamplighters are, in my opinion, one of the tightest knit little communities I've ever been a part of. And very supportive group of people, and I love you guys so much for that. And I hope that as the community grows, we don't lose that. But it's not always enough to save everybody who needs us. And unfortunately, a lamplighter passed away this week. And Laura Jane, who has spent a lot of time in our chat and a lot of time in our Discord, coping with some very difficult stuff, unfortunately lost her battle for survival. And we were informed by her husband, who joined our Discord specifically to tell us because of how often she talked about the Lamplighters and about me and about Mel and about the music and how much it was helping her. And he said that we were a big part of what held her together for so long after losing a child. So it's a really sad thing, and also a really honored feeling to know that he thought enough of just a bunch of people in a Discord server to come tell us personally. And we will miss Laura, who was from the UK and very sarcastic and very sardonic and a great lover of movies and music, and always asking for recommendations on things to watch and sharing her opinions on things to watch and listen to, and was just a joy to have around. So I'm gonna do a 90s throwback dedicated to Laura. Sorry, I never told you all I wanted to say, yeah. And now it's too late to hold you, 'cause you've flown away, so far away. Never had I imagined all living without your smile, and feeling, knowing you hear me, keeps us alive, so alive. And I know you're shining down on me from heaven, like so many friends we've lost along the way. And I know eventually we'll be together one sweet day. Darling, I never showed you assumed you'd always be there. Yeah, I took your presence for granted, but I always cared, and I miss the love we shared. Shining down on me from heaven, like so many friends we lost along the way. And I know eventually we'll be together one sweet day. Yeah. Well, the sun will never shine the same. Always look to a brighter day. Oh, yeah. And I know you're shining down on me from heaven, like so many friends we lost along the way. And I know eventually we'll be together one sweet day. Oh, one sweet, one sweet, one sweet, one sweet day. Sorry, I never told you all I wanted to say. That is for Laura and anyone else we've lost along the way. Mel, I actually knew that as part of the reason the song was chosen. I knew that everyone had some memory associated with that, even if the only thing you associate with that is, oh my God, remember when Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men did a song together? And I think it's a beautiful tune, and I hope I did some version of justice to it. Time will tell. And while we're all crying, I figure let's just get it out, and I'm gonna do another song that's closely associated with loss, and specifically a loss for this community. Laura lost a child to premature birth, and she was not the first lamplighter to do that. We spent some time earlier this year with a woman named Manda who also lost a child, and several of the lamplighters stayed up all night with her on the Discord server, talking and recommending songs to listen to, and she gave birth while listening to my song Row. And even though she did eventually lose the child, she named him in part for me, and she named him Isaac Bright Lucas, to thank us, I guess, for that. And I thought that was an overwhelming thing to feel and to carry that night, because I found out at 5 a.m. local time. And then I found out around 7 a.m. local time that he didn't make it. And I had already written half of a song dedicated to him, hoping that he would. I was manifesting that he would make it, and that I'd be able to play the song for him one day and tell him about how brave his mom had been, and how we all stood up and stayed up together and lifted our lights against the darkness and sent this woman songs to listen to. But I wrote the second half of the song after we knew he wasn't going to stay with us. And it was a really painful time, and eventually it was too painful for Amanda to stay around with us. But wherever she is, I hope she is well, and I hope she will eventually return to the community and take some solace here. Anyway, this is a song I wrote for Isaac. It is called A Song for Isaac, and I haven't played it since that night. Isaac, did you know on the day that you were born, there were lights in our hands, lifted high against the storm? You were slow to get here, and your mother, she was strong. So we sang away the darkness until Isaac came along. We stayed up together and we made ourselves a choir, singing songs that made us stronger through the air and down the wire. See, our hope is just believing, and belief is what we do. So we'll make sure heavens know that we believe in you. Isaac, I believe when the doctor brought the news, we felt life is full of choices, but you never got to choose. Nothing there to fight and there is nothing there to lose. We're holding on to knowing your love should never lose. We stayed up together and we made ourselves a choir, singing songs that made us stronger through the air and down the wire. See, our hope is just believing, and belief is what we do. So we'll make sure that heaven knows that we believe in you. Isaac, if you're listening, Isaac, if you're listening, you're welcome for the name. You were only here a moment, but you were a hurricane. You came and went in moments, but I'll never be the same. Your mother's heart is broken, but she's so glad that you came. Yeah, your mother's heart is broken, but she's so glad that you came. We stayed up together and we made ourselves a choir, singing songs that made us stronger through the air and down the wire. See, hope is just believing, and belief is what we do. So we'll make sure that heaven knows that we believe in you. We'll make sure that heaven knows that we believe in you. Apparently I was not emotionally prepared to do that one. Yeah, the Amanda that was very active in Discord and Red Tower Records and in the Twitch chat for a few months ago. But when last we spoke, she was seeking psychiatric care in the UK and talking about potentially having herself committed or something like that to try to deal with the grief of losing Isaac. And she fell off of our radar, and we don't know how she's doing. But I hope that she is at peace in whatever form that takes for her. I hope she has found some peace in some way or another. And yeah, that's a tough thing to connect with for me. And I know that Mel and Tech Bar Joe, who both were up all night that night with everybody as well, also struggle with that for reasons of their own. But that's a song I haven't had the guts to play very often, and a song I definitely haven't had the guts to try to record. But I know I should. I know it's a nice thing I did, and I know it's a beautiful song, and I know it might impact people in some way, but it's been a struggle. I think I'm going to sit down with one cheap little 57 microphone and just record versions of that for a while. And yeah, Kendra, I'm aware. I'm aware that she did a name change, but I don't know how she's doing. I do know that she couldn't stick around with us, and I get that. I wouldn't want to be reminded of the worst thing that ever happened to me either. But, you know, what you gonna do? So this is Wonderland, guys. This is where it all goes down on my feet. This is what you're all seeing or hearing most of the time. Oh, but what I was getting at there was actually going to be. Oh man! All right, all right. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, let me join the heist. Um, Pants Stance is out of stock. Yeah, I turned it up, Kendra. That's why it was suddenly louder. I turned it up really loud on purpose. Oh man. Okay. All right. Once again, please feel free to redeem memories and stories from me if you want to hear those. If you want me to tell you things in my life, and they don't have to be happy things or sad things or specific things. You can say, "Tell me about a time. Tell me about a memory you associate with root beer." I don't give a shit. Like whatever kind of occurs to you. But let's learn about each other a little bit. And while we think about that, I'm going to play an obnoxiously an obnoxiously nostalgic song. That's so much fun to play with, but I'm not going to use it on the song. I was debating it, but I'm not gonna. We're just going to do it a silliest moment with a friend or a family member. Do we get? I think you might have to like narrow it down a little. Like what kind of person? Um. Okay, but all right. Memory time when I felt like the world was against me. Now, um, I have been fighting tooth and nail to grow my Patreon, grow my Discord, grow my Twitch, um, uh, get radio play, get ahead, sell merch, any of it. And it doesn't feel like the planets are aligning on that so far. I think it's a case of I need to stay the course and trust the process, as it were. But especially today, it feels as though I'm being punched over and over again. Silliest memory with a friend or family. My friend Mark and I used to take our shirts off, drop our jeans around our ankles, and do a silly dance on top of the pile of shopping carts outside of our local Pathmark when we were kids. That that's that is my friend family, and that's got to be among the silliest moments. Oh, you mean the group? Like silliest memory with the crew? Uh, Probably somewhere at Ren Fair. I think we've had a lot of silly moments at Ren Fair over the years. Probably listening to Bill try to do a Scottish accent because we all built Scottish characters and wore kilts for Scottish Weekend at the PA Ren Fair a couple of years back. And we spent that entire day trying to stay in character as much as we could. And Bill's Scottish accent is just the worst thing. I mean, it's just horrendous. It's like, I'd be sitting there doing this a sort of a Scottish accent and talking as my character, whose name was Sonny, and Bill's character would be, I think Bill was Liam, because his name's William, yeah, and he'd be going, Owen, Liam, it's hot, and it was just like horrendous, but very funny. There you go. I got my first real six string, bought it at the five and dime, played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69. And me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit and Joey got married. Should've known we'd never get far. But when I look back now, that summer seemed to last forever. And if I had a choice, yeah, I'd always wanna be there. Those were the best days of my life. Ain't no use in complaining when you got a job to do. Spend my week down at the drive-in. Oh, and that's where I met you, yeah. Standing on your mama's porch, you told me that you'd wait forever. Oh, and when you held my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. We were killing time, we were young and restless, we needed to unwind, yeah. I guess nothing can last forever, no. how the times are changing. Look at everything that's come and gone. Sometimes when I play that old six string, I think of you, wonder when went wrong, yeah. Standing on your mama's porch. You told me that it lasts forever. Or when you held my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. In the summer of '69. Oh yeah. I can do that in the full, like, original key with the drums and all, but I thought I'd mess around. Yeah, Doc, yes, that's true. He's not talking about the year '69. He was talking about a summer of, uh, like, sexual exploration and growth and the nostalgia that surrounds that. He allegorically compared it to a year, um, because in 1969 he was 9 years old, so it's actually about like a point in the '70s. And the summer of '69 just sounded really better, and so yeah, it's about sex. So what? Everything's about sex. I don't think that's that weird. Personally, yeah, I mean, like, I know how to do the whole boom, doon, doon, like, and it would be easy enough to have just like rocked this guy up and like, I could have done all that. It just it wouldn't have been as interesting to me. I do kind of dig the song just for its own sake because it's so extra. Um, but that's fair. I mean, Doc, you know all the weird trivia about music. I think historically. And to go up in the chat. All right. If I missed, by the way, if you did a redemption that I missed, just let me know in the chat, and I'll attend to those. Yeah, I mean, sure. That's like a reasonably fair assessment. Here's a breakup song because no song about memory is complete without a breakup song. actually go? I'm blanking on a thing right now, which is fun. It's my own song, too. Oh man, I'm like falling apart on camera right now. I'm losing track of what's supposed to be done. Okay, wait. Okay, I might have to. I'm gonna mute you guys, and you're gonna watch me concentrate for a second. Okay, you can still hear that, but you should be able to hear. Okay. I'll entertain you for a second. All right. Bear with me, gang. So I actually have control over what you can and can't hear, and there was a thing I could hear that you couldn't. I don't mind if you hear me typing and tapping, but I'm actually going to mute you guys for a second. All right, I think I'm good. I think we're back. I think we're good. I think we're back. We're going to try a really sad breakup song now. We're going to try a sad breakup song. That's great news, by the way. I'm seeing Doc's news in the chat. I mean, honestly, you're going to see a huge amount of that if they call Nevada. It's going to go bonkers. And there's been, oh, thank you, Lindsay, for tipping, and thank you to whoever just bought. So who, if you're in, who just picked up How We Live and Die leggings and some Whale Sounds pins and a Dystopia University sweatshirt. Whoever you are, thank you. I can't see the details on the buyer, but I really appreciate that. That's super cool of you. Oh my god, and you actually bought a ton of stuff. Holy crap. Who just spent like $200 on my merch store? Oh man. Anyway, there's been a lot of talk recently about how hard it is going to be to get a job if you worked in the Trump administration. In the private sectors, they're going to hate you. They're not going to know. But somebody just dropped like $250 in my merch store and isn't taking credit for it in the chat right now. Take credit for that shit if you did. Oh my god, thank you. Somebody just bought like... Somebody just outfitted their whole family in my store, it looks like. I have suspicions about who that might have been, and if I'm right, we'll find out at some point. But let's do a really sad song. You can't wipe words they once said. Hard to live, so I play dead. I can't drink you gone, I can't smoke you out, I can't eat away the way you eat my heart out. Like a sinking ship while the band plays on, I dream you're there, I can't even sleep, you gone. How do broken hearts get strong? Tell me how do broken hearts get strong? Yeah. I still feel your hand in mine. Yes, think I need much more than time. I can't drink you cold, I can't smoke you out, I can't eat away the way you tear my heart out, like a sinking ship while the band plays on. When I dream you're there, I can't even sleep, you gone. How do broken hearts get strong? Tell me how do broken hearts get strong? Yeah. I remember we used to sing forever, babe, forever, babe. I can't drink you gone, I can't smoke you out, I can't eat away the way you eat my heart out, like a sinking ship while the band plays on. When I sleep, you're there, I can't even dream you gone. How do broken hearts get strong? Tell me how do broken hearts get strong? Tell me how do broken hearts get strong? Tell me how do broken hearts get strong? That's Drink You Gone. Everyone needs to hear a song tonight about remembering exes. I am fortunate in that I can look back on all of my past relationships with some degree of chill. You know, I can look back at most of them and be like, oh yeah, I still like that person. They're still nice. They're still cool. We just weren't right for each other. And and the ones that I don't have, I've never had the I can't believe they're gone. My heart is broken feeling. Well, not since my teens, and I don't know if that counts because I eventually became friends again with the girl who broke my heart when I was 15 years old, or 16 years old, however old I was. Wait, what? Trump dropped below 50 in Pennsylvania? That is big. Hold on, I need to look at this. Come on, phone, cooperate. Just oh my god. Who called that? Who called Pennsylvania going the other direction? I don't have that yet. Holy shit. Okay, so that's not up on that's not up on AP, but it looks like New York Times has that. Oh my god. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I need this so bad. And the funny thing, so I consider myself a guy who's not great with empathy. I consider myself not the world's most empathetic guy. Um, and that's because, I did a lot of years of therapy to work on being sort of antisocial and a little depersonalized and stuff like that. But I, my fears about this election prove to me that I'm maybe better than I think I am in that regard, because I care so very, very much about getting to an administration that won't be actively trying to harm people. Um, yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm freaking out a little bit, but we'll see. I won't believe it till AP has it. Um, but that's the fact. It is showing us very, very close. Um, but I care so much about this administration going away, even though honestly, they're not coming for me. They're not after me. I have white privilege, male privilege, and deserved or otherwise, I absolutely benefit from, and I've lived with straight privilege my whole life, and that's something that I care. That I can't sleep. I went honestly, guys. What was it? 38 hours.
38.
I stayed awake for 38 hours of the election cycle.
Then you slept for 12.
And then I slept for no, it was less. It was way less than 12. I went to bed at 1 and I woke up at like 10:30.
Oh.
So I slept, but I got like a full.
Earlier.
No, I was in. I came to bed between 1 and 2.
It's just snuggles then.
Yeah, I was awake. I stayed awake for about 38 hours, trying to see this thing through because I couldn't. It was hard to sleep, not knowing what it was going to be like, and shout out to any lifelong Republican who voted blue this time around. We love you. We stand that in this household. Fitzpatrick won. Oh, that's not fun. That's rough news. But I'll take even a divided government if it's what we have to do. I feel like I might want pizza after this. My cousin Kara offered to send me a pizza. Kara, I don't know if you're watching, but because of you, I think I'm craving pizza now. Bucks County went blue. That's incredible. Doc, I gotta say, man, you were raised Republican, but I've known you for a fair chunk of your adult life now, and my friend, you are not a conservative. My friend, you are not remotely a conservative. Please just accept everyone who knows you and loves you telling you that you're on our side because you are so absolutely on our side. How you were raised does not define your adult life. And even though you did vote conservative for a little while in your adult life as well, and I know this because we've talked about this, the minute that it became about human rights, you were on the other side. The minute that it became about more than inconsequential, like, oh, fiscal responsibility, whatever. The minute it was about real stuff and lives, you switch teams, dude. That's what progressives do. You're a progressive. What's up?
Check your phone.
Check my phone. What happened?
My father.
Oh my god. At that point, I'll start. No,
I think we accept.
I didn't. I don't tell him. I don't know because there's all the exhaust crap, the tailpipe, etc., etc. It's not just the converter. I don't know. We'll talk about it. And give them all my love. Yeah, let's do this song. Let's just crush everyone with this, with my intense inner sorrows. Oh, let's just wear my whole heart on my sleeve for a song. Republicans were different when your dad was a Republican. Can't call it the same. Can't treat it the same way at all. It's not the same. All right, I gotta figure out how to change the MIDI channel of this. Why? this. Okay. We're going to try it this way. But, you know, Republicans were different in my lifetime. Republicans were different. Barry Goldwater kind of saw this coming. He talked about it in the 60s and 70s somewhere. And he said that his big fear was that evangelical Christians would co-opt his party. And I think that has come to pass. I think that has absolutely come to pass. And I think that anyone who doesn't see that, that's, you know, the Christian right came in and laid a hurting on what Republicans stood for. Okay, and then let's get a little more piano. That might be too much of the clickety clackities. And try to come up with a version of this that feels like a thing. All right, here we go, guys. This is a song I wrote, and it's a little sad. Make the pianos in a little creepier. I'm just backing away, and I'm going to walk in and play the song all in one piece so that it's easier to highlight the video. I find myself talking too much in the intros of videos, and then I got to cut them really short. But this song's going to be a little sad. I might have a little too much heat on that. All right. This is welcome to the new reality where everyone has given up on me. I've given up on that too. Welcome to the end of all the dreams. The crew has come to pack away the screens and turn me out onto the avenue. But I remember everything. I remember you tying me down in the sound of the ropes on my wrists and my hands. Little fists, don't do me like this. And you should have told me stories. Held me when thunder rattled the sky. You should have been my hero, but you were my jailer. I never stopped missing my mother. You taught a caged bird to sing. I could never forgive you, 'cause I remember everything. Tell them how my hair became a sin, or how you made them baptize me again. Tell them how often you left me for hours alone. But you know I survived, 'cause the stories I read, I only survived 'cause I hid in my head. I remember the cries, they were mine. In the silence I wept a little death for my soul. Man, there wasn't much left. You should have told me stories. Held me when thunder rattled the sky. You should have been my hero, but you were my jailer. I never stopped missing my mother, but you taught a caged bird to sing. I could never forgive you, 'cause I remember everything. Yeah, I remember everything. I remember what you did to a frightened little kid. I remember what you meant when you called me different. I remember what you made of the Bible that you gave me. You broke me into pieces, and I remember everything. Ooh. I made a lot of bad notes there. Said I remember everything. Whoa, whoa. I remember everything. That is I Remember Everything, and I'm working really hard on the production of that for that one as we speak. Trying really hard to get it right. Hi. Yeah, I'm okay. I understand that why you'd be checking on me after that one though. But I'm okay.
I love you.
Kendra, what was your request? I missed it. I'm scrolling up to see. It was too long. Oh yeah, thank you for the reminder. Sure, absolutely. I wonder if I can do that one on piano. I haven't tried in a really long time. I wrote it on piano, but I haven't played it on piano in a million friggin' years. Okay, let me think this one through. I might have to cheat the chorus because I'd have to. I'd be at the top of my lungs. I'd probably blow this mic out. But let's see what happens. You're the last thing I expect to see, and sugar, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. See, I should have been there for you. For you, cried emergency, come rescue me. I could only take so much before I fell against you on my knees, begging for that healing touch. Just love me like you meant to, 'cause I gotta have you. Say you'll never run away, say you'll never run away, and I gotta have you, Lord, till we run out of days. And when darkness comes, I swear I'll stay. you and I've been through everything. Yeah, everything. Thunderstorms and wedding rings. And every moment gets me high. And that's why I'll never say goodbye. 'Cause I gotta have you. Say you'll never run away. Say you'll never run away. And I gotta have you, yeah. Till we run out of days. And when darkness comes, I swear I'll stay. Say you never run away. Oh. In the time it takes to show you how I feel, darling, you and I together make it real. 'Cause I gotta have you. Say you'll never run away. Say you'll never run away. And I gotta have you till we run out of days. And when darkness comes, I swear I'll stay. Till we run out of days. And when darkness comes, I swear I'll stay. That, of course, is Never Run Away by the Great Enough. A band I love, a band of mine, a band that is mine. It's my band. I wrote that song with those guys. They are dear friends of mine. Checking my phone because a bunch of stuff happened. Oh man, my Facebook's going a little crazy. My brand new Facebook. People on Facebook are telling me to start a GoFundMe. I would feel so freaking guilty if I did that. I had to do that when the Taylor got smacked so I could get a guitar to play shows with. And I just don't want to have to do it again. It makes me feel like a failure. To be honest with you guys, it makes me feel like I failed. I'm glad that meant so much to you, Kendra. That makes me really happy. Uh-huh. Yep. Erie, Pennsylvania just turned blue. Donald Trump is ahead by next to nothing, with 89% called and 11% of the state left to be called. And we already know they're only counting mail-in ballots now. So this is anybody's race. It's anybody's race. And it would just all be over if Nevada would just fucking call. All right, I'm gonna do a song I worked really hard to chart this out because no one on the internet has ever charted this next song out. And I went through all the required hell to do that for you guys. I sat there and I listened to it 100 times, and I did the chart. Yeah, Biden being competitive in Georgia is insane to me, and I love it. All right. This song, I think only Mel is gonna know, but it's a beautiful song. And also, if you don't know it, you should check out this band. People are yelling at me on my Facebook that I have 9 friends on. I had to make a new Facebook account because I still can't get into my old one. Kendra, that's wonderful. That's what I want that song to do. I wrote that song about my own wedding, and I love that you were able to create memories with your wedding to it as well. That song was in part a gift to Mel around the time of our wedding. The band was actually trying to have it finished in time to play at the wedding, but we couldn't make the deadline. All right. This is a song for memory. That was me working on the chords. Not working on the chords, working on the tuning, making sure it was good. I'm trying to get this. Okay. This song is called A Song for Memory. I hope you like it. The old men are proud of the songs they've picked, humming in time where the words come unfixed. Just 5 kings left, only 4 can turn tricks. The tallow is burning, a bath for the wicks. Some get it right while some make mistakes. Some hear the chorus, some only the breaks. When singing the verse through the sips that he takes. Some close their eyes as their memories ache. A full house is 5 men, but very few places. I shuffle the cards and hand out the chances. One night to the queen while the clock still advances. Pondering time in long empty trances. Stuck in a town where your reach meets the view, where the dreams that you held were both fleeting and few. They crackle like fire on their way up the flue. Well, each day you're working and the week says you're through, and it's row upon row of the people you know, and it's row upon row of the people you know. Stand still as a choir that hasn't yet sung, still as a choir that hasn't yet sung. No head goes unnodded, no head goes unhung, and the time to head home has long ago come. The current runs high, and I'm feeling the lows. The song goes around last one, and it's row upon row of people you know, and it's row upon row of people you know, and it's row upon row of the people you know. Stand still as a choir that hasn't yet sung. Stand still as a choir that hasn't yet sung. Stand still as a choir that hasn't yet sung. Hey, 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 hey. I wanted to make sure that got on camera. I made a huge mistake and Mel saved me. I forgot to transpose when I started the song. I had to do that in the original key. The singer is a woman. So she's like a beautiful like alto mezzo, but I had to sing it in her key, and that was frightening. I should have probably done something like, and this row upon row of the chippy, or whatever. I should have changed the key, and I didn't realize until I was in it, and so I just went, screw it, let's just belt out the high notes and see what happens, which is why I squeaked on one. Governor Wolf, is that what he said? Governor Wolf just said you can indict a ham sandwich. That's kind of amazing. Pennsylvania's 60,000 apart. That's insane. So something for the people who are around my age. I don't fit this, but here's a thing that fits a lot of like older to middle millennials. For most millennial progressives, this is the first time we have voted for a white man. I just made the cutoff to vote in the Bush-Kerry election in 2004. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I don't know what the "it governor" means. It true. What am I missing? The "it governor." What do we think, guys? Do we want me to stick around a little past time tonight and hang out, and just in case something gets called, that we could all hang out and be together for? We didn't have a specific tip goal tonight, but we could set a really achievable one, like, I don't know, $40 or something. Oh, LT, Lieutenant Governor. Oh, you were doing the Trump thing of using lowercase l and having me confuse it with an I. It just looked like it to me. My first was John Kerry, which I wasn't super excited about, but I did. I had just turned 18, and it was my first time voting, but I'd already been an activist. I'd been protesting Bush's illegal war crimes and things like that for a while. Anyway, I like my hair today. I'm enjoying my hair today. What do we think of this look, by the way? This kind of cut on me. What do we think? I kind of dig it. I wanted this. I'm gonna let this grow a little longer, and let it enjoy the curl and stuff. But I think overall, this plus beard might be a look, especially when I do this with it. When I do I like it. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of nice. Pledge allegiance to Wawa. I voted the woman in the primary. I voted for Elizabeth Warren in the primaries. Excuse me. We got time for one or two more, and then we'll decide whether we're hanging out late tonight, which it's, it being still election time, I'm down for, but only if you guys want that. But let's do another original, and I'm gonna dedicate this one to Lindsay, who gets a kick out of it. and who I know is watching, and whose guy Dane has just the worst gambling luck. You could just wait and see, like a person. But I like that that didn't answer it for you. That means that you've listened to a lot of my music and you like a bunch of my songs. Because if it was only one, you'd be like, oh yeah, my song, I know. I like that you can't do that. Screech. I pictured a velociraptor screech for that. Was that appropriate? It's almost like we know each other. Politics at dinner leaves you feeling scared, or if your parents are well-educated billionaires, burn them in effigy. These are not priorities. If you scream that all celebrities are parasites, but I hear crickets when you're asked about human rights, spare me the calumny. These are not priorities. I'd rather stand and fight or vote, and I hope I live to see hearts and minds take flight. Be alright. And I see, yeah, I don't care if she takes her husband's name or it's not her bag. I don't care about your motherfucking rebel flag. Lost causes bore me. These are not priorities. And I see that the new Americana is the righteously dumb. We attend the Church of Ritalin and Lithium. Pray to the industry. These are not priorities. Rather stand and fight, and I hope I live to see, oh, hearts and minds take flight. Be alright. We let a hateful liar be president. Yeah, kingdom come already came and went. It's election night. Where are we? Where are we going now? You wanna be free? We're all free in a casket. A million dead for the want of a mask. But where are we going now? I'm talking to you, Pennsylvania and Nevada. I'd rather take a knee. I'd rather stand Yeah, man, if you're enjoying this, please, oh God, follow, subscribe, do the things. All right, guys. What are we thinking? Do we want to? It's 8 o'clock. We could say goodnight here, or we could keep it going for a hot minute. What do you want to do? I will keep it going for basically any donation to my catalytic converter fund. Doc, what's it worth to you, buddy? I mean, you know I'll do it. I think if it gets vetoed by Tech Bard, you got to pay real money, but we'll see. Well, the funny thing is, Doc is associating the song with a memory. He's not just doing it to be funny. He's not just being silly. There are memories specifically for me and Doc associated with the song because my band Challenge Accepted was covering an Ed Sheeran song at a gig that Doc was at, and I randomly started singing this song. We've had a couple of funny things at gigs happen because of that medley. I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long. But if you feel like I feel, baby, come on, hey, come on. So let's get it on. Let's get it on. You gotta come do that in here, I think. Let's get it on. Oh, baby. Let's get it on. I can do the big soul scream, but next time. You can stay off camera, I don't mind it. Oh God, I know it's coming. We're all sensitive people with so much to give. Understand me, sugar. Since we got to be, let's live. I love you. I thought you know there's nothing wrong with me wanting you, pretty bird. Giving yourself to me could never be wrong if the love is true. Oh, so let's get it on. Let's get it on. Serious face. So let's get it on. Oh, baby. Let's get it on. But don't sing over me. Let me kiss me. That was the weirdest thing. Oh, it's getting awkward now. Don't get sexual on camera with the bird. Yeah, you can bird moan a little bit, I guess, but it's still awkward. Let's get it on, yeah, baby. I said, let's get it on. I said, let's get it on. Oh no, let's get it on. Yeah, baby, come on, baby. Oh, yeah. I said, let's get it on. I said, baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Let me under your beating heart. Thinking out loud. Let's have intercourse. Just super quickly have intercourse. I said, let's have intercourse. If you stop for a second, it'll only take a second to have intercourse. I should really learn that one full. I said, let's get it on. I'm really looking forward to the chat reactions to what just went down. I really want to know what you guys thought of that and whether or not that's going to land me in Twitch jail. It's interspecies erotica. What was that worth to you guys? Was that worth some bright bucks, some cheers, some bits, some bucks? What do you got? Some cash, some funny jokes in the chat, some redemptions. Hook me up. So that's actually a real song that I sort of kind of knew, and I just could tell it would work. And actually, I kind of want to do the song now, because it's like a spoof. It's like a parody of Ed Sheeran that was in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and it's like something like. It's how's it go? Wait. Unfortunately, I wanna have sex with you. Don't know what happened. Maybe you lost some weight. For some reason, you're now on the top of my to-do list. Let's get this over with, so I can focus on other tasks. Let's have intercourse. Just pretend I'm seducing you. Come on, quickly have intercourse, so I can move on with my life. I can't remember the rest of it all the way through. My busy life. It's a really great scene. The next bit is, you and I are both highly intelligent people. Although I'm in much better physical shape. Once we do it, it'll be like, well, that's what that was like. And you'll hopefully go back to seeming weird to me. But right now, let's have intercourse. Obviously, you want to do just super quickly have intercourse. You could use the exercise. And then it's sometimes my body wants things that my mind does not. My body wants things that make my mind go, body what? We're animals, it's unfortunate. So come on, let's contortion it. I won't be back to normal till I see what your nipples look like. They're probably straightforward nipples. I won't know for sure until we stop wasting time talking about it, and we super quickly, it'll only take a second of intercourse. Good thing I happen to have an old condom in my wallet. And that's a terrible rendition of that song, but I highly recommend going to watch that show, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. First off, it's great. But second off, just watch that scene. It's funny all by itself. It's like got a full-on dance number like this, Thinking Out Loud had for the music video with the main character of the show and this guy. And it's the girl who wrote Fuck Me Ray Bradbury for YouTube, Rachel Bloom. She's also like, I don't know, she's a voice in Trolls 2. She's in a bunch of stuff. But Crazy Ex-Girlfriend is a riot. And that song and that scene are just perfection. And I'm in a weird mood where, like, laughing is cathartic. So, you know, I wanted to laugh a little bit. So what are your? Did I miss any huge songs about remembering and memories other than obviously I don't want to do. There's a couple that I thought of that would like been perfect for the theme that I just didn't want to be involved with. I wanted nothing to do with. Like I didn't want to do. Oh God, how's it go? Oh yeah, that's a great point, Streamlabs. Thank you. If you like what you're hearing, consider joining Patreon, where there are already like 50 posts that are exclusive to Patreon of things that haven't been released elsewhere, and where you regularly get access to my content a full 2 to 5 weeks before anybody else does, and sometimes more, where they're going to get the next edition of the Sadie webcomic several weeks early, and songs several weeks early. But I didn't want to do I will remember you. I didn't want to do that song. It's too sad. I didn't want to think about puppies. Ha! One night and one last time. I wonder if it would be possible even to do like a version of that that was like workable. Now I'm curious. Because that'd be funny to genre switch. It'd be really cool to try to genre bend that one. Oh God. In the arms of the angels. I'm gonna make you bend and break. Say your prayers, but let the good times roll. In case God doesn't show. I want these words to make things right, but it's wrong to make the words come to life. Who does he think he is? That's the worst you got. How's the rest part go? Better put your fingers back to the keys. One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. He tastes like you, only sweeter. That's what I was going for, a Western. One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories. He tastes like you, only sweeter. And with that line, he tastes like you, only sweeter, suddenly it's the soundtrack to an alternative music remake of Brokeback Mountain, and it's Heath Ledger, R.I.P., singing the Jake Gyllenhaal. One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. Oh my God. Or singing to his wife, which would be even meaner. He tastes like you, only sweeter. Because the real song is one night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. He tastes like you, only sweeter. You know, something like that. But yeah, it'd be a Brokeback Mountain AMV. That'd be amazing. I would love that. I would laugh hysterically. Even though, so like people like to rip on Brokeback Mountain, but I think it's an incredible cinematic masterpiece that deserved all the hype it ever had. And I think Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger were incredible in it, and Heath Ledger himself was specifically one of the finest actors alive of his generation. Do not at me. I am correct about this. And then if you wanted it to be like a sad opera song, you could do that too. It could be like one night and one more time. Thanks for the memories. I'm in a weird mood. Can you guys tell? But thank you for everybody who's tipped out and bought merch and stuff tonight, because I'm doing my level best to be able to cover this catalytic converter and not feel like we're falling way behind on our goals to, like, you know, we're not sure if we're gonna be able to stay in this apartment next year and a whole bunch of other stuff, and so just trying not to get caught with our financial pants down, metaphorically. So thank you for helping in that way. Kendra, that I'm letting you help me. You're helping me. Like, people know my Venmo. They can just do that. The problem with GoFundMe, because people are asking me to do it, the problem with that is that it gets sent around to strangers too, and I start feeling like kind of icky about that. Even though, like, I've given to a bajillion GoFundMes in my life, I'm the guy who, like, always throws $25 in a GoFundMe if it comes past me. Or like a birthday donation fundraiser or whatever. Like, I'm always gonna do it. I can't help myself. But taking charity and giving charity feel very, very different. And I want to give value back if I can. You know, like, I had to do a GoFundMe when my guitar got ran over so I could buy the Martin a couple years ago, because that happened at like one of the lowest financial moments of my life pre 2020, and I went into 2020 broke because of it. And it's just, you know, I don't know how to pay people back for that. You know, I don't know how to give back. I don't know how to make myself feel right about taking charity from people. You know, like, somebody bought some merch today, and that put like 80-90 bucks in my pocket, and that was amazing. But they had to spend like $250 to do it, so, you know, mixed bag. And then I got a very, very, very hefty Venmo donation from somebody tonight that's going to get me hopefully a big chunk of the way there. Because, again, we don't know if the catalytic converter is going to be the only thing that needs to be repaired. I don't have a tailpipe, and I should probably put one on. And honestly, I'm starting to stare down the reality that I might have to say goodbye to my Honda Element, which would break my heart, because I'm a huge Element devotee, and I love my car very much. And, you know, because of all the hits that have been coming, because all the financial brutality that I've been through, I still haven't been able to send my Taylor in to get repaired by the Taylor company, because it's going to be, you know, $600 to do that, and I haven't been able to. So I'm like one guitar down with this really sad broken guitar sitting in a case beside me. And I don't know. I'm very undecided about the GoFunding or Kickstarting or crowdfunding thing, because I just don't want to be in those shoes. It's really embarrassing to be an artist who had some success at one point and is now just, like, barely hanging on. It's a very, very bitter pill to swallow, and I am doing my best with it. That's where I'm at. If I, you know, and also, like, you know, people are yelling at me on Facebook, which is funny because I've had a Facebook again for like 11 seconds. Most of you are not friends with my new Facebook account. It's in Red Tower Records if you want to track it down. It says Bright Lucas Kelly. The middle name is so that you know it's a new account. Which that is my middle name. My mama told me. I asked her what my middle name was, and she said it was Lucas. You know, so it's a whole thing, guys. And I think I'm gonna try to get through this without needing to take charity, because God only knows. So I'm gonna, instead of sending my guitar away to Taylor, I'm just gonna purchase the neck from Taylor and bring it to Peter Brown at Laudo Instruments in Collingswood, because he said he will install it for me for much less then I would have, because I'd have to pay shipping both directions, and Taylor's in Fullerton, California. I think Fullerton, California. Where is the factory? No, San Diego, not Fullerton. Fullerton's, I think, Fender. Um, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why you can barely hear me. I'm looking at my screen and it looks like I'm loud enough. Um, anyway, Taylor is all the way in California, so shipping a guitar there and back would cost a great deal of money that I don't have. So I've got a broken guitar. I've got a vandalized, damaged car. I've got a bunch of other crap staring me in the face that I'm not going to share with you guys, and I'm honestly kind of okay. You know, like I think I'm gonna get through it. I think I'm gonna make it. I think I am talented enough, and I think you guys are gonna be able to do something more important than give me your money. I think you guys can get more people to check out my Patreon. I think you guys can get more people to check out my music, so that instead of having charity now, I can have a long-term residual income situation, which is my end goal. My goal is to make a career out of Patreon, Twitch, maybe YouTube. Thanks, Doc. I appreciate that. I'm long overdue for a Doc hug. Um, yeah, I don't know. Any news on the election, guys? Has anything happened in the last 20 minutes? Not yet. Other than Erie flipping blue, which is batshit crazy. If Pennsylvania flips blue, I'll stay here a while. Thank you, Blooms. Bubble hug. Man, oh man, somebody literally bought Whale Sounds masks, a pair of them, a Millennial Trash long sleeve tee, a baseball You Are Here shirt, a You Are Here baseball shirt, a Whale Sounds t-shirt, a pullover sweatshirt of Dystopia University like this, the athletic department, and How We Live and Die leggings, and a bunch of pins. And I cannot get over the fact that somebody did all that for me. Like dressing, like going full NASCAR to support me. Just gonna just bedeck yourself. Even though that's mostly all I wear now is my own merch, because it's great. It's really comfortable. I like it. Like, this is the comfiest shirt. I love my Lamplighter sweatshirt very much. And hopefully, you know, you guys do as well. Yeah, I think I'm just kind of hanging for a little bit here, guys. Like, it's a way for me to chit chat about what's going on in the world a little bit. But I do want pizza. Mel, what do you think of getting a pizza? Or did you already do food? Let's order some pizza. I'll allow I'm broke as a hell. I'll just allow myself the tip money from tonight that we got. I'll order a pizza with it and make myself feel a little better. That's amazing. Guild is Guild. So part of the reason I bought a Martin is because if anything ever happens to this Martin, I won't have to ship it to get it back to the factory. I can just drive to Nazareth, Pennsylvania, where they are located. Whereas, you know, my Taylor, obviously it's a 3,000-mile round trip to go to the factory and back, so I'm just gonna order the neck that I need. But you know, twill be what twill be. I don't know. You guys want another song? If you want another song, let me know what you're looking for. Toss a coin to your Twitcher. Every time it says it in the chat, I have to sing it. Oh, Valley of Plenty. Da, 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 da. Uh-huh. Bold in Nazareth. Jen, would you prefer that close to the original or gender bent or genre bent? Gender bent or genre bent? Hello, Good Morning is a memory song at this point, I think, too. Because I sort of wrote that on air in some ways. Do-do-do-do-do. Bard's Choice. All right.
There's a place off Ocean Avenue where I used to sit and talk with you. We were both 16 and it felt so right. Sleeping all day, staying up all night. Staying up all night. There's a place on the corner of Cherry Street, on the road, in our bare feet. We were both 18, it felt so right. Sleeping all day, staying up all night. Staying up all night. Staying up all night. If I could find you now, this would get better. We could leave this town and run forever. There's a piece of you that's here with me. It's everywhere I go, it's everything I see. My sleep I dream, and it gets me by. I make believe that you're here tonight. That you're here tonight. If I could find you now, things would get better. We could leave this town and run forever. I know somewhere, somehow, we'll be together. So let your waves crash down, let your waves crash down and take me away. Let your waves take me away. I remember that look in your eyes. You said this was goodbye. Somewhere begging me not tonight. No. Looking up at the same night sky, pretending the sun will not rise. We're together some moonlight somewhere, somehow. If I could find you now, it'd get better. We could leave this town and run forever. I know somewhere, somehow we'll be together. But let your waves crash down on me and take me away. Take me away. Take me away. If I could find you now, things would get better. We could leave this town and run forever. I know some way, somehow, we'll be together. So let your waves crash down, let your waves crash down. Take me, just take me away. 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 Take me away.
How's that? I thought it'd be poetic to use the looper you guys mostly bought for me to do your request. uh, I don't feel like I've lost a heist in a really long while, but I love how you guys all have more bright bucks than me now. um, all right, it's 8:46. I'm gonna call it, but that was a lot of fun. Tune in Monday for a wrap up of whatever goes down tonight. Me and David Miller are going to meet up and unpack the election, as it were. And hopefully by then we've got an answer. But we're going to talk politics for a while. It's going to be a lot of fun. And he's an activist and a comedian and a really great guy, so that should be a lot of fun. And then, of course, we've got another great show prepared for next Thursday as well. So check that out at brightkelly.me or be in the Discord when I post announcements about them, and you guys will know all about that. It's in the Discord server now. The entire month of November is plotted out and sitting there waiting for you guys so you can see what's coming up. And I am booking guests for December, so if you guys have some friends who you think would be a good fit to come on the show, let me know, and we'll slot them in for a Monday in December or January. We've already got a few people lined up, but no one confirmed. But definitely, plan on those being a lot of fun. And thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I'm sorry that it didn't get called while we were on air. I was sort of hoping. And then we'll definitely discuss whether or not I cave and do a GoFundMe to try to get the car situation squared away. But you guys have been amazing tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me and pulling me back out of my spiral of despair. I'm gonna go get some pizza and relax and cuddle my wife. And I'll catch you guys around real soon. Thank you for joining me here on Songs from the Big Chair, and I will see you around next time.